Hello guys, welcome. As I mentioned to you, am going to record these videos. This is your first day of vacations. I hope you guys are doing great. And let's get started. This is going to be a review of the past, the present, and the future. So this is the first video for Monday. Let's get going. Warm up and introduction. Let's start the class with a personal touch. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the past. And it has here memories from the past. Share a memorable moment from your past. What were you doing? Where were you? And who were you with? So this is a three-part question. What were you doing? First question. Where were you? Second question. And who were you with is the third question. So let's see. Let me answer the first part. What I was doing. I was enjoying my time in the caverns. That's the first question. Where were you? I was in Virginia. And who were you with? I was and I was and I was with my friends. So this is my answer. Look, I was enjoying my time in the caverns. I was in Virginia and I was with my friends. What were you doing? Where were you? And who were you with? As you can see, this is past progressive, verb to be in the past, and again, verb to be in the past. It's very easy. Now it's your turn. Give it a try. You have 5 seconds. 5. Great. Okay, good job. Let's move on to the next one. By the way, the weather is very hot, if you want to ask. Now, let's go over the vocabulary. Let's review and reinforce our vocabulary related to past tenses. So here we have some vocabulary: nostalgia, retrospect, historical, recall, ancestry, chronicle, heritage. What is nostalgia? It's a sentimental longing for the past. Retrospect, looking back on past events. Historical, related to past event, often significant events like World War II, um, unfortunately what happened with the Twin Towers, etc. Recall, remembering something from the past. Very similar to remember. Ancestry, is your family, where you come from, your ethnic background. Chronicle, a detailed account of events in order of occurrence, like you were born, you went to school, you graduated, you etc. Heritage is something cultural, historical, or a family tradition. So I can say, let me do one example or two. I felt nostalgia when I saw my high school uh, photos. Another example, um, my ancestry comes from Palestine. Okay. Uh, my heritage is enjoying typical, ah, typical food on the weekends. I don't know. You have to use your imagination. So now it's your turn, guys. You have 5 seconds to make your examples. 1. Great. Good job. Remember, we are talking about the past tense. Now let's move to the side. Let me clear this. So this is for you to remember the past, okay? For you to review it whenever you have time. Now let's go over the grammar. We'll delve into the past tenses again. Oof, past tenses forever. Many things have changed since I gave this class a long time ago. So the simple past tense usage, past tenses usage. As you can see, we have the three most important tenses in the past: the simple past, the continuous, and the perfect. We use it, the past, the simple past, for completed actions in the past. Our structure is very simple. It's a subject, a verb in the past simple. For affirmatives, for negative is did not or didn't, which is the contraction, and then the base form of the verb. So you have to memorize, and I'm going to write it here just in case you forgot it. You have to memorize the past tenses, okay? Specifically, irregular verbs. Give the utmost importance to that. Irregular verbs, okay? And the regular, of course. But most likely, most importantly, the irregular verbs. And we have some examples. Look, I visited Paris last summer. She did not eat pizza yesterday. Now, for the past continuous, you're going to use it for actions in progress. When? At a specific time in the past. So you have to memorize, you have to remember what you were doing at a specific time in the past. For example, today at 7 a.m. in the morning, I was taking a shower. Listen, I was taking a shower. So that's an action that is in progress at a specific time in the past. And we have the structure, which is a subject, was or were, a present participle, which is basically a verb in ing. And then for the negative, we're going to use a subject, was, were, negative, present participle, which is a verb in ing. And I have some examples. Look, they were playing football at 4 p.m. She was not watching TV when I called. So these were actions, for example, playing football, that were happening at a specific time in the past. Look, 4 p.m. And then we have the negative, which can be was not, contraction wasn't, were not, weren't. And we can also use this when, which is to add another action, a short action. This is what we call a short action. Last but not least, we have the past perfect. We use it to indicate an action that was completed before another past action. Very interesting, right? An action that was completed before another past action. So that means that we have two actions in the past, but the one action happened before and the other one happened after, okay? So we have the structure for affirmative is subject, had, a past participle verb, which is, in some places they call it the third form of the verb. Then we have a subject, had not or hadn't, and again, the past participle of the verb. And we have the example. He had already eaten. Look, this is the first past sentence. Let me mark it down. I hope I can make a straight line. This is the first, let me change colors here. Allow me a second. This is the first past, look. The first past. He had already eaten. That's the first. When I arrived is the second past. Then we have another one. Negative. She had not finished her book. And here we, instead of using a second past, we use a expression of time. By then, by that time, at the time, okay? So basically these are the past tenses, The most regular past tenses that you guys are going to use. And let's move on. Let me clear this for a second. Boom. Voila. Try to make your own examples, okay? Remember, this is a video. You can pause it. Now, look, complete the sentences with the correct form of the past tense. We have simple, continuous, or perfect. So, last night, she cooked. That can be, oops, not typing. Last night, let me change color. Hold on. Last night, she cooked a delicious meal for a family. When the phone rang, this is progressive. I was reading, look, a book. By the time we arrived, the party had started. Here in this one, you can also add already. It's a time expression that we use with the past perfect. Look, had already started. This is possible too. And this one, she, look, English for 2 hours yesterday. She, you can use a past progressive, you can use a simple past. It really depends what you want to say. In this case, because it says for 2 hours, it's better to use a past progressive. That's the appropriate one to use because you're giving it a specific time. She was studying English for 2 hours yesterday. So this is a way for you to practice. Of course, you can uh, make your own sentences, try to imitate what you see here, and it's going to help you study more, learn more. All right. So let's proceed. That was the grammar. Let's go ahead and take a look at the reading comprehension. Let's test the reading skills with passages that use the past tenses. And we have, this is what I call a trip down memory lane. You will find some of the vocabulary words that we used initially, if you remember. I know you do. Or you can just rewind the video. So in her retrospective journal, Sarah recalls her childhood adventures with great nostalgia. She vividly remembers exploring historical sites with her family and learning about their ancestry. One day, she chronicles a memorable trip to her ancestral village. Interesting, huh? Sarah describes the heritage she discovered and the stories shared by her grandparents. Her journal serves as a beautiful record of her past, I'm sorry, connecting her to her roots. Simple as that. So as you can see, we have subject, verb. This is subject, some adjectives. Actually, this is an adverb because it has an ly. Subject, etc., etc. Vocabulary word that we used before, so on and so forth. And this is the reading. Now, after the reading, I usually have, yeah, we have some questions here that you may answer. I'm not going to answer them. So you, if you like to, you can answer them on the comments. You know, that's the best way. It would be too easy for me to answer them. And the idea is not me answering everything, but you guys practicing. So here it says, what is Sarah recalling in her journal? How does she feel about her childhood adventures? What did she learn about her ancestry? Describe Sarah's trip to her ancestral village. How does her journal connect her to her past? Why is it important to remember our heritage? So these are the questions about this reading. Try to answer them. Go ahead and type on the comments, type your answers in the comments and have fun, because that's the idea. If you don't have fun while you're learning, then something is wrong. You have to enjoy what you do. Speaking per practice, this is the last part. As you may see, it's time to practice speaking in pairs. Share your personal experiences. And this is also another activity that I have on my classes. And what's a significant memory from your past that you recall with nostalgia? That's the first question. And then I have some follow-up questions. Were you with your family at that time? Did it involve any historical places or events? Have you ever chronicled your memories in a journal? And I'll give you sample answers. What's a significant memory from your past that you recall with nostalgia? I recall my first, look, Spider-Man. Yeah, absolutely. Toy that my grandpa bought me at a gas station. So beautiful memories. Were you with your family at that time? Let me answer this right here. Not my entire family, no. Oops, too much space. I was not with my entire family. It was, we need a comma here, boys. It was just me and my, well, it was just my dad, actually, granddad, grandfather, and me. Okay. Did it involve any historical places or events? Mm, I would say yes and no. We were going to a historical site uh, when we suddenly stopped to refill the gas tank. Yeah, yeah, we were on our way to a nice place. Have you ever chronicled your memories in a journal? Yes, I have. Jesus, I cannot type anymore. Yes, I have chronicled them when I was in high school. I did it briefly. So look, these are my sample answers for all the questions. And I encourage you to do the same. You can just write them down on the comments below and, have fun. So I hope you guys like this. This is just uh how the cookie crumbles, just like what Jim Carrey says. And congratulations to all of you. We have learned a lot of vocabulary. We talked about the past perfect tenses. We had the speaking practices. So, hey, enjoy your time, enjoy your day, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.